Joost Vergoossen. Welcome to my guitar lesson, acoustic guitar lesson, some tips maybe for electric guitar players. Now, every electric guitar player knows when you're specialized in playing electric guitar and you have to switch to acoustic, well, that's a whole other story. So you have to train that a lot to play like fingerstyle guitar. When you have electric guitar as your favorite instrument and you got to play some acoustics now and then, maybe I'll show you some tips I have for you so that you can really feel more comfortable on playing acoustic guitar. The first tip is put away your pick. The thing I just played, I played with a thumb pick. We come back to that. Just start playing with your fingers. Let's take a simple progression like a C chord, G chord, G with a G bass. We go like A minor. We take A minor with a G in the bass, a D with a F sharp in the bass, and like G7, sus4, and back to C. The first practice of the first thing you can do, on the A string you play with the thumb, and then you play with it on the D string with the index finger, on the G string with your middle finger, and on the B string with your ring finger. So you pluck the chord, and what you do is, it's like putting your fingers together in that. So this is how it sounds. When you go to a G chord, the only thing you have to do is just switch from string with your thumb. So this is the C chord and this is the G chord. So thumb goes on the lower E string. And then what you do is just pluck and play a rhythm like quarter notes. So if you play the chord progression, it's like this. So it was the first example. What you also can play is a switch. You play one note, like a bass note with your thumb, and then the other three fingers. And you get it something like this. Like this. And if you play a G chord, of course, only switch your thumb. So that's it. That's a way of playing. It's another way than strumming. Of course you can strum with your pick, but you get used on playing with fingers if you start like this. Just use your fingers, don't use your pick. You can use your pick, of course, and play like the same thing. Then it sounds a little, you have more bite in the song. You know? So you can use that. So that's when you start off. Start off very simple. For instance, if you have a D chord, so a chord which involves the D, the G, the B, and the high E string, just move it, just like you have a C chord. For instance, let's say you have an F chord like this, this voicing. You just use the same. Just switch from C. Move all the fingers one string higher, and then you have an F chord. So same with D, or any chord you play involving the D, the G, the B, and the high E string. The second exercise I have is when you play a pattern. With your fingers. So I'll show you the same chord progression. What you do is the first note you're going to hit is the thumb, and then you use your index finger on the G string. So that's what you do. So you have a pattern starting like this, and then you move the thumb to the D string. So you have And last finger you use is the middle finger, and that's on the G string. So it's a very simple pattern. You can count that maybe as 16 notes or as 8 notes, whatever you want. It sounds like this. I'll play it slow. Oh, sorry. My pinky got in the way. One more time. So you have. So that's the pattern. Thumb, index finger, thumb on the D string, and then the middle finger on the B string. The same thing you can do is by using the pick. You can use the pick for that. So the thumb goes away, and instead of the thumb you have the pick holding, of course, with your thumb and your index finger. So what will happen if you play the same pattern is where the index finger was first, it was on the, if you play a C chord, it was on the D string. Now your middle finger's on the D string. I'm sorry, I'm wrong. No. It was on the G string. One more time without the pick. Now with pick. You see? So here you have the pick on the A string, middle finger on the G string, pick on the D string, and then the ring finger, that's the new one, that's on the B string. So you have the same pattern. So you can play that whole chord progression again. So then you make a combination with your playing with your pick and with your middle finger and ring finger. And the second one is when you play with a thumb pick. It's the same rule as the first one. You have the thumb again, but now with a thumb pick, well, it has more of an edge to it, so you can kind of like you mute like more, you know. Same thing, so I don't have to do that. Okay. The last exercise is playing a rhythmic pattern. This is this one that you can use these patterns when you think of them as 8 notes. You can do them like playing straight 8 notes or a shuffle. First like straight. I will show you the pattern. It starts like this. So what you hear here, I played the A string with the thumb again. And then I play 2 strings at the same time. So I'm using my thumb, and then I thumb again on the D string, and my middle finger on the B string. So this is what it sounds like. Same time. And then when you continue, thumb goes back again to the A string. And then, so you have thumb on A string, at the same time D string and G string with the thumb. Middle finger, thumb back, and then you get a pattern like you play index finger, thumb again on the D string, a thumb again on the D string. It's difficult to pronounce that for a Dutch guy. And the last one is, of course, on the B string, the middle finger. So we'll play it slow so you can see it, how this pattern moves. Same with the G chord, because this only changes, just like the way we did before. No, that's what it is. You can use the same pattern, and then we have the same rule again. Instead of using the thumb, you can use your pick, and then automatically The things you play with your index finger move to the middle finger. Things you play with your middle finger move to your ring finger. So there you have the same pattern again. Same thing. You know, I can play the whole, but you know, you get the deal. And the last thing you can do is go back to 1 again with the thumb, but now with a thumb pick. It's like the same thing. Like that. I prefer, when I play these kinds of things, I prefer playing it with a thumb pick. It sounds more articulated when you move, and you can move around your hand more, so you can play it mute. I didn't know what is. Oh, I know the short progression again. Get more of the articulated notes when you play them with a thumb pick. So that you can learn a lot of different patterns, but that's really cool to learn that. And if you want to try and play those things faster, the only thing you can do is just practice the same pattern. Maybe, well, let's see, maybe I could play like, show you what I play. Just it's the A note and the C note and an open B and E. Then I play like two same notes, two B's. I get a G and a B, again a B and a high E, and then I'll play an F, an A, a B, and an E. I'm just improvising it, but you can start with the first pattern. The pattern goes like this, like, sorry. Now I play it on the high strings. So you can do like, the same thing you can do is just now you play it on the middle four strings, like the A string, the D string, the G string, and the B string. It's just that it doesn't get boring, because the only thing you have to do is just try to play it with a metronome and really stay on a slow tempo for a long time, so that you get every dynamic thing, that it sounds that you play it well, that it's technically clear. So it's really good to play it on a low tempo and just gradually move up, you know. See? So that's it sounds maybe impressive and fast, but I only got that by practicing those things a lot. It's the same thing when you have the pattern. No? Yeah. You could play. Like that. So if you have any questions, just send me a mail or leave a message behind. Subscribe please on this channel. I need a lot more people subscribing. I will be doing lessons whenever I feel like it. A lot of improvisation solos, maybe some things, I don't know. I improvise all the time. I just play from my heart and think also. So you have a good balance and everything, and whenever I feel like doing a lesson or something that has to do with guitar playing or with music, just check it out on my YouTube channel, Joost Vergoossen Musicfulness. Thank you very much and have a lot of fun. Bye bye.